Yes! Monkey King!
Getting your wisdom teeth removed is probably one of the worst things that has ever happened to a human being. And I'm not saying that because I'm not the biggest fan of the dentist. Trust me, we all aren't. But maybe it's because getting your wisdom teeth removed is painful, to say the least. And I'm lucky I was drugged up for that. So we all know what wisdom teeth are. And if you don't, they're these very annoying teeth in your gums that bother your teeth a lot. And it's not pleasant. It'll give you some pain in your jaw, but that's about it. Let me tell you, I never experienced that kind of pain from my wisdom teeth. Thank goodness for that. Before I got my wisdom teeth surgery, which honestly was a good thing because for some people, when their wisdom teeth is coming in, it just gives them a whole ton of pain, and it's honestly a pain in the ass for them. So before my surgery, they gave me a little examination of my teeth, and they had me watch this video of how things were gonna go for the surgery. It was about wisdom teeth, and how it could cause problems for your jaw, and then they said, "Oh, we're gonna give you some anesthesia, so you won't be feeling it during the surgery. We don't want you to go through that pain, so have some anesthesia." Then they said, "Oh, your wisdom teeth, they're just above the nerve of your mouth. If you had waited any longer, then let me tell you, it's not gonna end well for you." So, if I had waited any longer to get my wisdom teeth surgery, then it would be very risky, because if my wisdom teeth had grown like a little bit more, then they would just be covering the nerve of my mouth, and chances are it would damage the nerve, and we just couldn't risk that. So it was either me being temporarily or permanently numb in the mouth, or getting that procedure in a couple of weeks. So a couple weeks later, I was in the dentist office and letting this Valium medication take effect, because an hour before the surgery, you have to take this medication and, be all tired and sleepy. I don't know why, but it's because I'm going under anesthesia? I don't know. And when I got in the room, they put this mat over me and put this oxygen mask over my face, and they put an IV in my arm. And I said, "Holy shit," because I was feeling the anesthesia course through my veins. Funny enough, I don't remember going out, but I do remember waking up and getting into the car and going home. And I remember on the way home, my uncle took a few pictures of me being zonked out of my gourd, because on the way home, I was trying so hard to stay awake because I was going in and out of consciousness. And when I woke up that day, I found there were these gauzes in my mouth that I had to leave in until the bleeding stopped completely. And I hated that because I didn't like the feeling of that gauze in my mouth. It was disgusting. I also felt really sick and was close to throwing up, because in the care package paper thingy, they said that it was completely normal if I happened to swallow blood from my surgery, but if I happen to throw up or anything, then I need to call the dentist like immediately. A week after the surgery, I went back for a follow-up checkup so the dentist could make sure that the sockets left from my wisdom teeth weren't getting infected. And to make sure of that, I had to use a syringe filled with water to make sure that if any food particles get in there, I had to clean it out just so it wouldn't get infected. Not to mention that I couldn't eat hard or crunchy foods for the next 3 weeks, which was understandable because if I dared eat any hard or crunchy foods for the rest of my recovery, then I could risk tearing the tender spots from my wisdom teeth and risk it getting infected, something along those lines. All in all, I'd say the recovery for me went fine. I did experience some pain from the surgery, but it did get gradually less and less worse, so that was a good thing. You can bet that during the days of my recovery, I was counting down the days until I could just eat normally again. Yeah, I definitely was. Also, something that I forgot to mention was that was my first surgery, so I was scared half to death that it wouldn't go well and that something would definitely go wrong, which it didn't, thank goodness. Also, side note, I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed, so that meant 4 times the amount of pain I had to experience after the surgery. It was not fun.